Welcome to Cisco Center of Excellence at NHC, course Routing and Switching 1, course code NHOP09. Hands-on session using Packet Tracer to configure dynamic routing RIP version 2, Routing Information Protocol version 2. So today we will see how to configure dynamic routing using Packet Tracer. So this is the topology we'll be considering. As we have taken the same topology for configuring static routes, and we have discussed that what are directly connected routes, networks, as well as the remote networks. Now if we see for router 0, the directly connected networks are 192.168.1.0 network, 192.168.2.0 network, and 192.168.3.0 network. These are directly connected networks. And for router 0, this 172.16.1.0 network, 172.16.2.0 network, and 10.100.200.0 network, these are remote networks. If we go to router 1, for router 1, these are three interfaces. These three interfaces are directly connected. So these networks are directly connected to this router 1. For example, 192.168.3.0 network is directly connected, 172.16.2.2 network is also directly connected, and 172.16.1.0 network is also directly connected. Rest all are remote networks for router 1. 192.168.1.0 is remote network, 192.168.2.0 is remote network, and 10.100.200.0 is also remote network. Similarly, for router 2, 172.16.2.0 is directly connected through this interface, 10.100.200 is directly connected through this interface, and 172.16.1.0, 192.168.3.0, 192.168.2.0, 192.168.1.0 are all remote networks for router 2. Only these two are directly connected networks. Now when we have to configure static routes, we configure the routes for remote network. Today we are going to discuss about dynamic routing, and as we know, this is nothing but automatically finding out the best route to reach to a particular network. So this we will run this algorithm RIP version 2, Routing Information Protocol version 2 algorithm we will run on each and every router. We will run it on router 0, router 1 and router 2. Once you run this RIP algorithm on all the three routers, then automatically they will share the information related to their directly connected networks to other networks. They will automatically advertise the directly connected networks and find out the best path to reach to the remote networks. We need not add manually any remote networks in this. We just will be advertising the directly connected networks, and the routing information protocol will automatically find the different routes, find the best route to the destination or the remote network, right? So we will see how it can be done. Now this is the objective for our hands-on session. Again, you have to configure all the PCs switches with given IPv4 addresses, routers with IPv4 addresses, and serial interfaces as we have seen in previous lab. Similarly, we have to configure all the serial interfaces, and we have to configure RIP version 2 add routers. We have to see the dynamic routing in which we advertise only the directly connected networks, and by advertising and using the RIP version 2 algorithm, it will automatically find out the best route for reaching the remote networks. And then we have to verify end-to-end connectivity, right? For configuring RIP version 2 at router 0, we know that the networks 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0 are directly connected to router 0. So we know that for this router 0 there are three interfaces, and these three networks are directly connected: 192.168.1.0, 192.168.2.0 network, and 192.168.3.0 are directly connected networks. So in case of dynamic routing, we have to advertise the directly connected network. So we have to write down which all are the directly connected networks for a particular router. So for router 0, these are the directly connected networks. So the commands we will be using are, we will go to the global configuration mode and we will enable this command router rip. Router rip is, now we are enabling this router information protocol on this router, and then we will be using version 2 here because all classlets are included. um Classless addressing scheme is added in version 2. Then we will add all the directly connected networks. We will advertise the directly connected networks. We can see the difference here. We are not manually configuring any route for the remote networks. We are just advertising the directly connected networks, and the algorithm, our IP version 2 algorithm, will automatically find out the best route to reach to the remote network. So directly connected networks are network 192.168.1.0, network 192.168.2.0, and network 192.168.3.0, and then no auto summary. So we don't want to summarize any of the routes, and to add the classless routing, we'll use no auto summary command here. And similarly we have to go to router 1, and these are the directly connected networks for router 1, 172.116.1.0, 16.2.0, and 192.168.3.0. I'll show you this for router 1. Again, 172.16 1.0 network is directly connected, 2.0 is directly connected, and 192.168.3.0 is directly connected. Similarly, at router 2, 172.116 2.0 is directly connected, and 10.100.200 is directly connected. So whichever are the directly connected networks, we will find out that, and we will enable the RIP algorithm on the router, and then version 2, and then we will just advertise all the networks which are directly connected, and then we will say no auto summary to include classless addressing scheme, as well as disabling the auto summarization. So similarly at router 2 also we'll find out the directly connected networks, and we will advertise those networks, and then we will check and verify whether we are able to ping from one network to another. So we will see all these commands, how to do it in packet tracer. So I'll open the packet tracer now, and because we have used the same topology as static routing, and I have shown you how to configure this. I have already shown you how to configure this IP addresses and all. I've already put the IP addresses, so you can see that all green marks are there. IP addresses are already configured on the PCs and routers. We just have to advertise the directly connected networks. We'll go to router 0 first, and we have to move to global configuration mode. So enable configuration terminal. Once you move to global configuration mode, here you have to first enable the algorithm, RIP algorithm, router RIP, and then you have to say version 2, and after that you have to just advertise the directly connected networks. Directly connected networks for router 0 are 192.168.1.0, and another network I have 2.0. Just you can use the up arrow for the previous command 2.0, and then my third directly connected network is 192.168.3.0, and then I have to say no auto summary, no auto summary, and then exit. Fine. At router 0 I have done these commands. We can check whether our routes are added or not later. So first we will add all the directly connected networks. I'll again go to global configuration mode by typing enable and conf t, and here I will enable the router rip command, RIP algorithm we are running on this router, and then version 2, and after that I have to just give all the directly connected networks. One network is 172.16.1.0 network. My another network is 172 dot 16.2.0 network, and my third network is 192.168.3.0 network. So we have 3.0 network. These are directly connected networks, and then I will say no auto summary and then exit. So I have written these commands on router 1 also. Now I'll be writing the same commands directly connected networks. We have to advertise on router 2 also. We'll go to global configuration mode, and there we will type router rib. So we have enabled this algorithm on this router, and then version 2, and then we have to give all the directly connected networks. One is 10.100.200.0 network, and another network I have is network 172.16.2.0 network. So these two networks are directly connected, and no auto summary and then exit. I have added all the routes. We can check it one by one. We'll go to router 0 and type here show IP route, and you can see that with R you have added all the routes. Router with R entry, this is the dynamic route which is added on its own. We have not manually added the routes, we have just advertised the directly connected networks, and RIP algorithm we have run on the router, which has found the best route to reach to 10.0 network, 172 network, and so on. So now we will check whether we are able to ping from one network to another network or not. So we will check that by sending the messages. So we will ping from one network to another, from this network to this network. If we see, we are able to reach, and similarly we can ping from this network to this network also. It is saying successful. So we are able to ping. We have added all the routes also. So similarly you can check show IP route command. All the routes should be added, and also you can check the connectivity by pinging or sending messages from one network to another. Thank you.